Hey, welcome back. This is our fourth explainer in the series, Nobody Tells You This About Money. And today, we are getting into something really important. A super common money trap that makes you feel like you've got it all together when really, you might be surprisingly vulnerable. Let's dive in. So let me just start with a question that might sound, well, a little crazy. Is your perfectly crafted, color-coded, app-driven budget actually a trap? I know, it sounds wrong, but bear with me because we're about to uncover the hidden difference between looking good on paper and being genuinely secure. You see, I call this the perfect budget trap. It's this idea that so many of us have that if we can just track every single penny, we can control our financial destiny. But here's the thing, sometimes that feeling of control is just an illusion. And it feels amazing, doesn't it? You've got your apps all synced up. Your spreadsheets are pristine. You know exactly how much you spent on coffee last month, down to the cent. You feel so on top of it, completely organized and in command. And then, bam, life happens. The way it always does, right? The car's transmission just decides to quit. You get a medical bill in the mail you totally weren't expecting. Or maybe your company announces a round of layoffs. It's never planned, and it's never ever convenient. And just like that perfect budget just shatters. All that meticulous tracking doesn't actually pay the mechanic or cover the rent. Does that feeling, that panic when a perfect plan just falls apart, sound at all familiar? Yeah, you are definitely not alone in that. And this right here, this is the core idea of our whole explainer today. There is a massive difference between being financially organized and being financially secure. They sound similar, but trust me, they are worlds apart. Let's break down what that really means. Okay, so being organized is all about looking in the rearview mirror. It's about tracking where your money went. It's basically accounting for the past, but being secure, that's about looking forward. It's about having a buffer, a real cash cushion that can absorb those unexpected shocks life throws at you without sending you spiraling into panic or into debt. Now check this out. This slide lays it out perfectly. On one side, you've got the organized person. Their focus is tracking. Their favorite tool is a budgeting app. And the feeling they get is one of control. But the result? They're still vulnerable to shocks. Now look at the other side. The secure person's focus is on resilience. Their main tool isn't an app, it's a cash buffer. And that leads to a genuine feeling of being safe because they can actually absorb those shocks. Big difference. And listen, this isn't some small niche problem. The data on this is pretty staggering. For example, a well-known survey found that about 36% of adults would struggle to cover a simple $400 emergency expense. Think about that for a second. That's what being organized without being secure looks like in the real world. So how do we fix this? What's the move? It means we have to shift our priorities. Before we obsess over the perfect budget, we need to build our true financial foundation. And that foundation is a cash buffer, an emergency fund. And the best part is, you can start right now. Seriously, don't get intimidated by big numbers. The first step is just to start small. Aim for an achievable goal, like your first $500. Then, and this is key, open a separate savings account. Keep it out of sight, out of mind. Automate it. Even $20 a week adds up like you wouldn't believe. And over time, you can build that up to the ultimate goal, 3 to 6 months of your essential living expenses. Because having this cash on hand, it's about so much more than just the money. It is a tool that fundamentally changes your relationship with your finances and honestly, with life itself. I mean, just look at its real power. An emergency fund is what breaks that dreaded debt spiral, stopping you from reaching for a high-interest credit card when disaster strikes. It's what buys you precious time and breathing room if you lose a job. It dials down that constant low-level financial anxiety and gives you the power to make decisions from a place of strength, not desperation. That is true peace of mind. So the path forward, it isn't about finding a better budgeting app. It's about a fundamental shift in your focus, from tracking the past to actually securing your future. It's a journey from that feeling of constant anxiety to one of genuine security. So, if there is just one thing you take away from all this, let it be this thought right here. Security isn't a spreadsheet. It's a cushion. Think of it this way. A budget is a history report. It tells you the story of the past. But an emergency fund? That's all about freedom. It's what gives you options and real control over your future. It lets you decide where your life can go next, even when things don't go according to that perfect plan. So I'm going to leave you with this question to really think about. Forget about perfection, forget about those complex systems for just a minute. What is the one small first step you are going to take to start building your own financial cushion today?